One AHSAA student athlete is making history. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Christina Chambers with AHSAA TV Weekly. The lineup for today, we'll hear from the first ever flag football scholarship winner, China Foster from Central Tuscaloosa. We'll talk to her and her head flag football coach, Dennis Connor, about what that scholarship means. Also, Piedmont knows how to win on the football field, but we'll catch up with baseball coach Mark Dearman and player McLean Mohan, who have currently won 23 games in a row as they get ready for the second round of the playoffs. Also, a magic moment for Prattville High School baseball videographer. You don't want to miss this. Plus, highlights of the week brought to you by David Holtzford. Tennis, baseball, and softball. We have all this and more coming your way.
Silicaga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Silicaga.
The weather is warming up and spring is just around the corner at Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. I'm Craig Miller, and we've got something for everyone. From bulk materials like sand, gravel, and mulch to beautiful outdoor decor to make your outdoor living space the envy of the neighborhood. See our beautiful selection of Mazzarelli fountains, flowers to brighten your garden, and an outdoor center loaded with beautiful decor. Whether you need a little or a lot, visit Miller Sand and Landscape Supply.
Her name is China Foster, and she's the AHSAA's first ever flag football scholarship recipient, and we're so glad to welcome Central Tuscaloosa flag football coach Dennis Connor and Miss China Foster to AHSAA TV Weekly. How are you guys doing over in Tuscaloosa?
We're doing good here in Tuscaloosa.
That's great, Coach. Well, just walk me through Miss China signing the first ever flag football scholarship and what that means to you as a coach and to her as a player.
This was just adding to this year. This was my 33rd year coaching, but this was my first year coaching young ladies, and it was a thrill. We went into it. China's my only senior, and we went into it, with high hopes of just winning a game or two. But once we got everything, and once we got them understanding the rules and how we're gonna play this game, and once they played the first game and we went over the mistakes that we made, hey, China took off from that game forward.
China, you signed a scholarship with Florida Memorial University. Walk me through that process. Did they contact you? Did you send them film? Walk us through that experience for you.
I contacted the coach and I sent him my film, and they offered me an athletic and academic scholarship after I sent him my film.
What was that moment like for you when you received that offer and realized, hey, I'm going to be a college athlete?
I was overwhelmed, but I also know I'm very blessed for that opportunity.
Coach, for you, you said you've been coaching for a while. What was it like, that moment, to have an athlete sign a flag football scholarship? I mean, this was the first year for the state championships at Protective Stadium.
Well, it was a very proud moment. All the young ladies are just like my daughters, and I always she know I've been bugging her, and so I said, hey, I need the coach number because I need to, make sure this is happening. And so we bugged the coach for about 2 or 3 weeks till he finally, till the school finally emailed the information. And once we had the information in hand, and then that's when we decided to have the signing day. And with her being the only senior for the first year, hey, we were just thrilled about it. And I kind of thought we might be the first, but I didn't know exactly until I got the call back from you all that we were the very first one to sign a scholarship in flag football.
And what does that mean for you? What kind of precedent does that set for, girls student athletes who want to go and play flag football in college? How do you think China kind of setting that bar helps, athletes to come up in flag football in our state?
Number one, I think the interest gonna be a whole, it's gonna be better now. So, because a lot of the kids say, Coach, I didn't know you can get a scholarship, but that was one of the first things I explained to the young ladies in our very first meeting. I said, now, if y'all play well enough, there's a lot of schools out there giving scholarship, and this school wasn't the only school that offered China. It was about two or three other schools that offered China the scholarship, but she liked this school, and this is the school that she chose to go to.
Now, China, tell us a little bit about yourself. Do you play other sports, and what position do you play in flag football?
I run track and I play quarterback.
How do you feel track and field has prepped you for flag football?
I have to say, helping my speed, I say that.
What did your parents say when you received this scholarship offer?
They were excited, same as me.
And what would be your message to younger student athletes in the AHSAA who are going to see your story and look up to you? What's your message to them?
I would have to say that anything is possible. That when something's new into the world, learn how to take new steps into that direction, and you never know the outcome.
And for you, Coach Connor, how have you seen just the feedback maybe around campus? Has interest on campus for flag football increased since China signing her scholarship?
Yes, interest has increased. We got 2 or 3 other track young ladies coming out for next year. And, we're looking for at least about 15 young ladies. We need about a team of about 15 so we can scrimmage against each other each and every day. So, but the interests have picked up, and hey, I'm just overwhelmed and so happy for China.
Well, we just want to congratulate you both, China especially making history in the AHSAA. And for you, Coach, keep doing what you're doing. It's been amazing to see. I was at the state championships in December, and it was a great game for the state championship in girls flag football. So we're all excited to see this sport grow in this association. So congratulations again, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, well, don't go anywhere. We'll have more from Piedmont baseball coach and just what they're thinking ahead of the second round of the playoffs.
The Advantage Plus roofing team offers commercial and residential roofing services. Their exceptional craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and knowledgeable staff will deliver superior results at affordable prices every time. Call your local Advantage Plus roofing office today at 256-375-9339 and find out why customers rate Advantage Plus roofing #1 in satisfaction. Estimates are always free and financing options are available. Upgrade your home with the best roofing company in Central Alabama.
Welcome to the award-winning Chocolaca Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Chocolaca Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, We are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Choccolocca Park.
Don't just dream it. Call Family Savings Credit Union. Right now, get something you want for as low as 2.24% APR. You can even apply online or by phone. Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family.
Hey guys, my name is Thomas Shelton, aka the Alpha Man. I'm the proud presenting sponsor of High School Primetime with Buckethead and the King. When you think high school football, think High School Primetime. And when you think of insurance, think of me, Thomas Shelton at Alpha Insurance. I'm a proud sponsor of many of our local teams. I give out over $7,500 a year to our local teams in our community. As part of Alpha, we've been in the community giving back for over 100 years, and I'd love to be your agent next time you think of insurance. Thanks so much.
The Piedmont Bulldogs are off to a hot start in Class 3A, especially in the state playoffs, riding a 23-game win streak. We now welcome in head baseball coach Mark Dearman and player McLean Mohan. How are you guys doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great. It's a little warm out there today, but it's been a good practice today.
Well, Coach and McLean, tell us about your 23-game win streak. What has you guys on a roll so far in these state playoffs?
Well, we kind of got off to a slow start beginning of the year, and our bats have kind of been hot all year, and we struggled a little bit on the mound and defensively early in the year, and just walked a lot of guys and made some errors. And then when that started clicking defensively, kind of put it all together. And when our defense got good and our bats stayed hot, it was a good combination for us. And we right there around spring break is really when we took off. And ever since then we've been. I was worried about us peaking too early, but it's kind of continued on there going into the area play and into the first round of playoffs. So we hope it just keeps right on.
You talk about spring break. What was it about that specific moment that really just kind of, flipped the switch for this team?
Well, I think that this team is, they've had a lot of success in every sport, especially football. And, a lot of those guys play basketball as well. And so, I think a challenge really gets them. And so we, right there around spring break, we played, a couple 6A schools and 7A schools. We played a team out of Kansas City. And, I kind of put it out there and I was like, guys, we can just go 500 over spring break. That's pretty good. And I think they took that as a challenge. And I think that really, lit a fire under their tails and said, hey, we're going to prove Coach wrong, and so we got out there and they worked and, got very few things we need to get better at. So I think that's what really got us going,
23-game win streak. That's 6 in the AHSAA and is the longest in the state this season. And part of that is due to the fella you have beside you, McLean Mohan, who has had a hit in 27 consecutive games. And he's on the longest hitting streaks list in the AHSAA in the record books right now. Just, McLean, how have you been so powerful at the plate this season?
Well, it really all starts in the mind, like just coming to the plate with a clear mind and just not letting the game get too big and just calming down and going back to basics, just keeping it simple, not trying to do too much at the plate. And most of our coaches here, they really helped a lot. I mean, they're great hitting coaches. And they really work with a lot of the situation stuff at the plate and everything. It really makes a huge difference. They're great, really.
McLean, you've gone on record saying that you don't care about the notoriety for yourself. All you care about is your team record and the team streak. But 27 games you've had a hit, and there's only 7 other players who had more hits than you in the state's history. I mean, can you put into words when you read that stat what that means to you?
I mean, it means a lot. It shows that I've been trying hard and working hard at it, but like you said, again, it really doesn't matter at all because we could lose in the playoffs, and it didn't mean a thing. So really, it means nothing still.
Coach Dearman, how does McLean's hitting, how has that really impacted your game, and how has it inspired your team?
Well, McLean's being very modest right now, and he's a very humble kid, and that comes from a good raising. And so, this guy works his tail off, and so I'm super proud for him. I want to say that because it's good when you get to reap the fruits of your hard work, and I think that he's a product of that. And last year we played him as a freshman, knowing that he's going to be something special, and we didn't know that it would be as good as it was, as early as it was, but he once again, he's with his hard work and just dedication to his game, and just every time he steps into the batting cage, he's got a plan and he's got something he's working on. And so there's not many guys that are sophomores in high school that have that kind of mindset going into a BP round. And every time he steps in there, he's got something that he's working on, and so that's a product of that. And so with that being said, we've had several guys that have really had some good years this year, kind of unexpected years. And, every year, we don't want to think of it as a rebuilding year. We want to think of it as a reloading year. He's been in one of the big pieces of that puzzle. And, so like I said, several other guys have had some great years that put it together and made our lineup strong from top to bottom. So, I'm super proud for him just because of the work that he puts in. I see what he puts in, and you're always happy as a coach to see a guy have success that, does that kind of work behind the scenes that people don't see.
McLean, when you step up to the plate, what goes through your mind? Do you feel the pressure to get a hit, or walk us through when you step up to that plate?
I did for a little bit. I was getting some of that pressure. I felt it there towards the end. It would get to me a little bit, but really, it didn't cross my mind that much until towards the end, like the last game maybe was when it did. But once you start thinking about it, that's when stuff's gonna start going bad, and you just gotta, like I said, go back to the basics. And the hit's not for me; the hit's for the team, and what I can do when my spot gets up in the lineup. And if I can do my job or not, that's what really matters.
You guys swept Sylvania in the first round. You head to the second round. What's your game plan, your mindset heading into that as you guys look to finish out the season on a strong note?
Well, you got to take it week by week. I mean, it's our motto is 2-0. We want to go 2-0 this week. And if we get beat one of the games, we want to go 2-1. And so that's what it all boils down to. If you start looking ahead and doing all that stuff, and you slip up and you have a bad game, your season's over with. So we want to focus on one game at a time, and just continue to have hot bats and try to play solid on defense, and just our pitchers get ahead and counts and do little things, and that's all we can control is ourselves, and that's what we try to focus on here in our program is just control.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and McLean, best of luck at the plate as you guys get ready for that second round state playoff game this weekend. We thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to talk to you both.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
All right, well, don't go anywhere. We have the much anticipated highlights of the week brought to you by David Holtzford. All that coming up. Stay with us.
I'm Alan Parnell of the Parnell Insurance Agency. For 28 years, we've provided our clients in Alabama and Georgia with home, automobile, life, business insurance, and surety bonds. Our Oxford personal line staff is Michelle, Christy, Elisa, and Ty. Our Oxford administrative staff is Alan, Amber, Carrie, and Ty. We invite you to come to one of our offices in Oxford, Alabama or Tallapoosa, Georgia, and discuss your insurance needs with one of our insurance professionals.
Hello, I'm Taylor Sloan with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
HMR of Alabama provides services for Alabama's state veterans' homes and is proud to serve the Colonel Robert Howard State Veterans Home in Pell City. With competitive pay and benefits, your career serving those who served our country can begin today. If you like to help people and enjoy new challenges, contact HMR of Alabama by logging on to hmrveteranservices.com and choose the Careers tab to find out how you can join the HMR team.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
Baseball, softball, and tennis. David Holtzford has us covered this week with our weekly highlights. First up, we're going to check in with the 5A state baseball playoffs, UMS Wright and Sylacauga. The series tied 1-1. We pick up this action in Game 3 in the 5th inning with Sylacauga's Hayden Basinger, who drives home Gregory Harden on a fielder's choice as Sylacauga takes a 1-0 lead. In the 6th inning, UMS gets the run back as Jackson Williford and Will Taylor each collect RBIs, giving the Bulldogs the lead, and UMS Wright wins Game 3 by a score of 2-1 to advance in the Class 5A playoffs. They will now face Andalusia this weekend. We continue with the state baseball playoffs with Saraland and Northridge facing off in Game 3 of Class 6A, best 2 of 3 series after splitting the first 2 on Friday. The Cougars strike first on a throwing error as Davis Randolph comes around to score. These Spartans, the game with the sacrifice bunt and then take the lead on a home run by senior Trevor Pope as Saraland is able to capture a 5-2 win, clinching the series to advance. They'll meet Pelham this week in round 2. We remain in the Mobile area as we head across the bay to catch some of the action in the Bayside Academy sweep of visiting Dadeville in the Class 3A state playoffs. The Admirals bats were hot from the start as Bayside won, get this, 23-0 and 13-0 to sweep the series. Steele Sims went 3 of 4 with 4 RBIs in Game 1. Jake Devalk also 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. In Game 2, Bayside scores 6 runs in the first 2 innings, and they eventually win Game 2 by a 10-run rule as well. Bayside advances to play Houston Academy at Dothan in the next round starting Friday. Staying in the Gulf, we head to Class 2A Orange Beach hosting Horseshoe Bend. The visiting Generals strike first in Game 1 with Brandon Tidwell scoring on a throwing error. He would score 2 runs in Game 1 with Gavin Brazel contributing with 2 hits. Parker Rumley and Trip Carter sparked the Makos, however, driving in 2 runs each as Orange Beach comes from behind to win it 9-3. In the second game, the Makos score 6 runs in the first inning on the way to a 14-0 win to sweep the series, led by pitcher Trey Bryant, who was 3 for 4. He also hurled a complete game, striking out 13 batters and allowing only 1 hit in the 5-inning shutout. We close out the baseball portion of this week's highlights with a Class 4A first-round battle in Jefferson County between Oak Grove and the Geneva Panthers. We picked this one up in Game 2 with Geneva's Dylan Key, who hits a single. He'll drive in a run to put the Panthers up 3-0 early. Geneva gets another run on a strike 3 pass ball. Oak Grove trailing 5-0 though claws back with Will Elrod driving a long home run over the left field fence to plate 2 runs. Geneva would prove to be too strong, though, as Robert Wilson doubles in another run. Geneva sweeps Oak Grove 2-0 in the series. They will host Bibb County in the second round. Hey, we close out this week's highlights with some of the strong action at the AHSAA State Tennis Championships held at Lagoon Park for 1A, 3A and at Mobile Tennis Center for Class 4A, 5A, 6A, and Class 7A. Houston Academy boys and Bayside Academy girls captured the 1A, 3A state titles. Madison Academy boys and the Randolph girls won state titles in 4A, 5A. Vestavia Hills sweeping both blue maps in Class 7A. Mountain Brook girls won the 6A title for their 31st state crown overall, and Northridge won the 6A boys crown for the first time in school history. The boys 6A championship wasn't decided until Saturday morning, though, when Braden Hanning clinched the title for the Cougars with a 6-4, 6-1 win in the #1 singles finals over Montgomery Academy's Whit Davis to give Northridge the state title with 64 points. 2 more than runner-up Mountain Brook, which had 62. We caught up with Mountain Brook's Pippa Roy, who won the #1 singles crown in Class 6A for a second year in a row after beating Gabby Barrera of Montgomery Academy in the finals on Friday.
I feel really good. I played pretty. Someone just walked by and did this to me. I feel pretty good. I played well. It's just hot. I'm kind of tired. I'm excited about that. My mom coaches me, so we're gonna have a lot of stuff to work on this summer, so I can come back and play even better.
We want to once again thank David for those amazing weekly highlights. If you have some from your school, don't forget to send him your highlights to be featured on AHSAA Weekly. Before we go, you don't want to miss this. We want to show you a video that's inspiring student athletes and everyone across the state. Prattville High School senior Jonathan Monroe was recognized for his efforts to serve the Lions baseball team as a videographer. The senior loves baseball but had to give up playing due to his struggles with sickle cell anemia. Children's Hospital considers him one of their prize patients and helped Magic Moments, how special is this, present him with a surprise, a 3-day all-expense trip to Denver, Colorado to watch his favorite team, the Rockies and Atlanta Braves at Coors Stadium in early June. What a special moment for Jonathan and his family and his team, just surrounding him with so much love and support. Congratulations, Jonathan. Your spirit is definitely inspiring. Well, that'll do it for this week of AHSAA TV Weekly. We'll see you next week.